Have you ever wondered if life inside golden palaces, million-dollar yachts, and private jets?
She has it all: wealth, power, and a life of unimaginable luxury. But behind those gilded walls, is she truly free? Ri Sol-ju moves through a world of gold-plated palaces, private jets, and million-dollar yachts. Yet in North Korea, one wrong move can make you disappear forever. Is she a queen or the regime's most beautiful prisoner? Who is Ri Sol-ju, the pop star turned first lady? Before she was sitting front row at missile launches in Chanel, Ri was a singer. Yes, a singer. She performed with North Korea's Unhasu Orchestra, wore trendy outfits by Pyongyang standards, and was considered one of the elite performers in the country. Some say she studied in China, others say she came from a politically well-connected family. But then, out of nowhere, she disappeared from the stage and reappeared next to the supreme leader. Boom. No press release, no wedding photos. Just, surprise, she's the first lady now. The leaflet that shook a nation. In 2020, South Korean activists sent balloons carrying leaflets across the border. These weren't just political pamphlets. Inside were doctored images of Ri Sol-ju, Kim Jong-un's wife, the regime's silent queen, always smiling, always composed, but never ever insulted, until now. When those defaced images reached North Korea, Kim Jong-un snapped. Within days, the Inter-Korean Liaison Office, a symbol of fragile diplomacy, was reduced to rubble. Power play, Kim Yo-jong's rise. But was this destruction a result of Kim Jong-un's rage, or a calculated move by his sister, Kim Yo-jong? Over recent months, she has stepped into the spotlight, issuing threats and commands. She called the South Korean president disgusting and insane, and days later, the liaison office was wiped off the map. Is this a personal vendetta, or Kim Yo-jong's way of showing the world she's the real force behind the throne? From singer to first lady. Ri Sol-ju wasn't always North Korea's first lady. Born around 1989, she grew up in an upper-class family in Pyongyang. Her mother was an influential obstetrician, and her father a respected professor. She received elite education and had a special talent, a mesmerizing voice. Before becoming Kim Jong-un's wife, she was the lead singer of the Unhasu Orchestra, performing in front of thousands. In 2005, she even appeared in South Korea as part of the North Korean cheerleading squad, waving the flag and shouting, "We are one." Then she disappeared. No more stage, no more songs. When she reappeared, she was no longer an artist. She was the wife of the supreme leader, the fashion icon of Pyongyang. Ri Sol-ju's transformation was complete, graceful, calm, powerful, expensive designer dresses, $1,000 handbags, high-end shoes, all standing out in a country mired in poverty and sanctions. Every time she appears, everything is meticulously planned. Every smile, every glance carries a hidden message. Is she truly in control of the game, or just trapped in it? Life in a gilded cage. Imagine being the wife of the most feared man in the world, but with no choice, no freedom, and even your facial expressions controlled. That is the life of Ri Sol-ju. From the moment she entered this marriage, she lost contact with her own family, her parents, her siblings, all completely isolated to prevent any information from leaking out. She is not allowed to talk to any man other than her husband. Her every move, even going to the bathroom, has to be reported. Her greatest pain is probably not the isolation, but the betrayal she is forced to accept. Kim Jong-un maintains a happiness squad, hand-picked young women who serve him at all-night parties, while his wife sits quietly, not allowed to show any sign of anger or jealousy. Erased past and controlled present. Sol-ju's past has been erased. The name she once bore no longer exists. Every trace of her former life has been wiped out as if she had never existed. She has no access to the internet, no phone, no newspapers. All information about the outside world is strictly forbidden. She has no autonomy over what she chooses to wear or how she cuts her hair. Everything is at Kim Jong-un's discretion. And in North Korea, divorce does not exist. Once married to Kim Jong-un, she is bound to him for life, no matter what. Grooming the next generation. Ri Sol-ju is more than just the first lady. She's also raising the next generation of the Kim dynasty. According to South Korea's National Intelligence Service, Kim Jong-un and Ri Sol-ju have 3 children. Of all of them, Kim Ju-ae has been the most eye-catching. Lately, the mysterious girl has been spotted alongside her father at military bases, agricultural greenhouses, and high-profile events. North Korean media has not shied away from treating Kim Ju-ae with special respect, fueling speculation that she is being groomed for a historic role, perhaps even as a successor. Inside the Ryong-song residence, at the heart of this empire is the Ryong-song residence, where Ri Sol-ju is believed to live. A 12-square-kilometer fortress just outside Pyongyang, it is not only a residence, but also the true seat of power. Designed to withstand a nuclear attack, beneath its ornate gilded halls lies a network of underground bunkers reinforced with steel, lead, and radiation-resistant concrete. The luxury doesn't stop there. An Olympic-sized swimming pool, a private movie theater, a luxury spa, a gold-plated banquet hall, and even a private horse racing track for Kim Jong-un's daughter. Kim and Ri together at state events. Experts believe Ri may have more influence than we think. Some even claim she pushed for changes behind the scenes, like allowing women to wear pants again. That's a big deal in North Korea. And unlike Kim's father, who kept his wives completely hidden, Kim flaunts Ri as part of his modern dictator image. Stylish, polished, dangerous, queen or prisoner. Ri Sol-ju lives in luxury, but is she truly free? Is she a fashion icon or just a perfect propaganda tool? A lavish life, but is it free? A splendid image, but is it the truth or just a perfect mask created by Pyongyang? Being the wife of the world's most feared leader, a privilege or a curse? Ri Sol-ju, first lady or prisoner in the palace of dictatorship, North Korea's own street trope. Imported wines? Sure, but Kim Jong-un takes luxury way further. He owns a private island off Woman's Coast, often called the Saint Tropez of North Korea. It's a playground for the elite where the world's eyes can't reach. Think 5-star villas, secret beach parties, and no rules, except Kim's. A palace of ghosts. Then, there's the Kumsusan Palace, a $9 million mausoleum where the preserved bodies of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il lie on display. It's not just a memorial, it's a loud, haunting reminder that this dynasty doesn't fade. It immortalizes its leaders. Escape tunnels and invisible paths. And when royal palaces weren't enough, Kim built secret tunnels connecting his most important homes. Ri Sol-ju and her family can move in complete secrecy, shielded from the outside world, hidden behind a maze of steel and concrete. Real life or dystopian drama? Wife or crown jewel? Ri Sol-ju isn't just the first lady. She's the queen of a sealed-off empire, living in luxury but under surveillance 24/7. Her every move is planned. Her life, a mix of diamond-studded dresses and invisible chains. Freedom or fantasy? Sky King, Kim's flying fortress. Forget first class. Kim Jong-un owns the CHMA-1, a modified Ilyushin IL-62M jet turned into an airborne palace. White leather thrones, polished rosewood tables, crystal ashtrays. This is where global decisions are made mid-air. Price tag? Somewhere between $3 million and $13 million. And that's being conservative. Air Force UN, a flying clapback. Kim wasn't satisfied with just one plane. He created Air Force UN, a direct flex at America's Air Force One. Plus, there's the Antonov An-148, his go-to for surprise visits to China. Discreet, fast, and absolutely private. Helicopters, because why not? And then, helicopters. In 2017, Kim flew over missile tests in his personal chopper, sipping wine while rockets launched beneath him. He doesn't use regular airports either. He's built his own runways right next to his mansions. Meanwhile, Ri Sol-ju, she boards her own private chopper anytime she wants to leave Pyongyang in style. Floating mansions, the yachts of power. Now let's talk about water. Ri Sol-ju doesn't vacation. She escapes in a 100-meter, $7 million super yacht with a helipad, banquet halls, and a wine cellar stocked with the finest bottles on Earth. It's not just a boat, it's a floating fortress of power. Another yacht? Why not? Because one yacht isn't enough. Kim also owns an $8 million, 200-foot luxury yacht with Fendi-covered everything. And that's not all. There's a fleet of smaller 40 to 50-meter yachts, perfect for secret coastline trips nobody can trace. The mobile throne room. These aren't just pleasure boats, they're mobile command centers. Kim can hold high-stakes meetings at sea, far from prying eyes, while Ri Sol-ju lounges in high fashion with the best wine in hand. Power and privacy? Perfect mix. Land of supercars. And finally, back on land, Kim owns over 100 ultra-rare armored supercars. His crown jewel? A $1.7 million bulletproof Maybach. These aren't cars, they're tanks and tuxedos, rolling proof that power doesn't need to shout when it can glide. Luxury or lockdown? From underground tunnels to flying fortresses and floating palaces, Kim Jong-un and Ri Sol-ju run a mobile empire like no other. But here's the real question. Is Ri Sol-ju living the dream or stuck in a royal prison made of gold? What's your take? Is Ri Sol-ju a queen in control or just another piece in the regime's puzzle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because we've got more unbelievable stories coming your way.